You won't believe what just happened. Barron Trump completely embarrassed Elon Musk in front of everyone, and it's wild. One unexpected comment from Barron left Musk absolutely speechless. But here's the real shocker: Elon's reaction wasn't exactly his best moment. Now, social media is exploding, and people are dragging him for it. The internet is in chaos over what went down, and opinions are flying everywhere. What really happened? Stay tuned as we break down this unexpected and viral moment. It was just another high-class event where politicians and tech billionaires would meet and talk about shaping the future. The event, a well-known conference on technology and global innovation, drew the smartest people from all over the world. When it comes to that group, Elon Musk is always at the top. Musk was mostly there to talk about his ideas about artificial intelligence. He wasn't taking a hold like usual. He dreamed of a time when AI would solve all sorts of problems, from curing illnesses to letting people live on more than one planet. Big thoughts, but Musk is what he is. He's used to running all over the room. The catch is that other people were making waves that day too. Barron Trump sat quietly in the audience. Trust me, no one thought he would be up front. He wasn't just there to be the face of Trump's legacy. Not at all. Barron was a special guest who came to talk about how technology has changed things from the point of view of young people. People thought he would stay out of the way and smile softly when he was only 17. What they forgot, though, is that being a Trump means you speak up when you have something to say. When Barron and Musk finally met, things quickly went from normal to amazing. During the audience Q&A, the real fireworks started going off. Musk was bragging about how his companies, especially XAI, were about to change artificial intelligence as he finished one of his famous talks. He talked as if he knew everything and said that his job would secure the future for mankind. At least, the audience looked impressed until Barron Trump raised his hand. It's likely that people thought he would ask a nice, easy question. Just one harmless thing. But after Barron took the mic, he didn't think twice about letting go. He went straight for safety, which was Musk's weak spot. Barron said that Musk's fixation on being the leader in AI development could lead to big problems. Not only was he clear about it, but he also gave examples of times when fast progress in artificial intelligence ignored moral concerns. What about the room, everyone? It stopped. It's possible that everyone is leaning in to see what Musk does. It's not true that people talk to Elon Musk that way, especially teens. Musk tried to act cool at first. He made a quick joke about how young people worry too much and how if we don't push innovation, we get left behind. But anyway, guess what? It wasn't funny for Barron. Instead of pulling back, he doubled down. While it's interesting to push the limits of technology, he gently pointed out that ignoring the moral issues that come up could have terrible results. The part that made everyone gasp was when he showed receipts. Barron gave examples, like when Musk's self-driving car projects were criticized for being shown off before all safety issues were fully resolved. He didn't just have ideas, he had facts too. And all of a sudden, Elon Musk didn't look quite at ease. It was no longer just a simple Q&A, it was now a conflict. Barron didn't go back on what he said, but Musk is used to being in charge of the room. While Musk tried to change the subject, Barron told the crowd that mistakes could be made if they moved too quickly. It's better to move fast and fix things later, he said. He even brought up Musk's own words from an earlier interview, in which he said that AI could be dangerous if it is not controlled. And this is where things really got weird. Musk couldn't brush it off. Barron wasn't making a scene or being rude. He was just smart, ready, and brave without any reservations. If you thought this was just another elite event, you won't believe how Barron turned the tables on Musk. Just when it seemed like the tension couldn't get any thicker, Barron Trump made a move no one saw coming, and it left Elon Musk scrambling. It all started when Musk, trying to regain control of the room, shifted the conversation toward X, the platform he claimed would become the future of free speech. With his usual confidence, Musk boasted that X was thriving more than ever despite public criticism. He painted a picture of a platform that was unstoppable, a place where innovation and expression had no limits. But here's the thing, Barron wasn't buying it. Without missing a beat, he called Musk out, and he did it with facts. Barron calmly pointed out that X had lost nearly 50% of its major advertisers since Musk took over. And he didn't stop there. He even mentioned how several public figures had openly criticized Musk's management style, causing user trust to plummet. And here's the kicker, he backed it up with real numbers. Barron cited a recent report showing that the platform's ad revenue was tanking and user engagement wasn't exactly booming. And as if that wasn't enough, he slid in a reference to Musk's infamous decision to charge for verification, a move that backfired and caused a wave of backlash. The room was dead silent. And Musk wasn't smiling anymore. But what really made the moment sting wasn't just the facts, it was how Barron delivered them. He wasn't aggressive or smug. His tone was calm, clear, and totally unshaken, which made Musk's usual bravado feel a little weaker. And when Barron wrapped it up by questioning whether Musk's vision of free speech was actually sustainable, you could feel it, he had the upper hand. Now, here's why this moment hit Musk where it hurts. First, Musk hates being wrong. He's known for being the guy who always has the answers, no matter how tough the question. But this time? He didn't. Barron wasn't just tossing opinions, he was serving hard facts, and there was no easy way to spin them. Second, it exposed a weakness. For all his bold claims, Musk's handling of X has been under heavy scrutiny, and Barron brought that mess right to the surface. By pointing out the platform's struggles in real time, Barron shattered Musk's carefully crafted image of always being in control. But the real burn? It was who did it. Musk's used to being challenged by industry experts or powerful CEOs, but a 17-year-old? That's next-level embarrassing. It wasn't just a factual check, it was an ego check, and Musk felt every bit of it. And the calm way Barron delivered his points? That made it worse. Musk thrives on big reactions and heated debates, but Barron didn't give him that. Instead, he stayed composed while Musk started to look uncomfortable. For a guy who's usually quick with a clever comeback, Musk froze. At first, he tried to laugh it off, brushing Barron's points aside with a weak joke about how people always doubt pioneers. But you could tell, it wasn't landing. His usual charm? Gone. And his body language? A dead giveaway. He shifted in his seat. His smile faded. And there was a moment, a quick, blink-and-you-miss-it moment, where Musk's face tightened, like he knew Barron had gotten the best of him. Even his tone changed. Instead of his usual confident swagger, his next words felt rushed, like he was trying to move on fast before anyone else jumped in. But here's the problem, the damage was already done. For the first time that night, Elon Musk didn't look like the smartest guy in the room, and everyone could see it. And speaking of everyone, the crowd? They couldn't believe it. When Barron finished, you could hear a pin drop. For a split second, it was silent, the kind of silence that only happens when something big just went down. And then? The whispers started. You could see people exchanging glances, nudging each other, like did that really just happen? Even some of the tech elites, people who usually hang on Musk's every word, looked impressed by Barron's boldness. And the biggest moment is his laughter. It wasn't loud or over the top, but a few people in the front rows definitely laughed. And if there's one thing Musk can't stand, it's being the butt of the joke. No one stepped in to smooth things over, no one dared. The moment just hung in the air, and for once, Musk wasn't in control of the narrative. For a man who's used to being the smartest in the room, Musk's reaction said it all, but how did this even happen? Once the moment happened, it didn't just stay in that room, it exploded online. Within hours, clips of Barron's takedown flooded social media. On Twitter/X, users couldn't get enough of Musk's stunned reaction. The video spread like wildfire, with captions like "When the quiet kid outsmarts the genius" and "Musk versus Barron, guess who won?" But it didn't stop there. TikTok was next, with quick edits zooming in on Musk's face when reality hit. People slowed the clip down, highlighting the exact second Musk's expression shifted from his usual confidence to pure disbelief. Of course, Instagram followed suit, and users flooded their feeds with memes, turning Musk's reaction into the ultimate caught-off-guard face. One viral hashtag stood out, #BarronBeatsMusk, and it took off like crazy. People used it to share clips, memes, and even side-by-side comparisons of Musk's usual arrogance versus the moment Barron flipped the script. Some users joked that not even Mars could save Musk from this burn, while others called it the most unexpected takedown of the year. Even celebrity accounts joined in, with influencers and public figures sharing their reactions, some praising Barron's boldness and others poking fun at how Musk, the self-proclaimed genius, got outsmarted by a teenager. The comment sections were wild. One user wrote, "Elon finally met his match," while another added, "Who knew Barron had this in him?" By the end of the day, the clip had millions of views, and the internet was eating it up. It wasn't just a moment anymore, it was a full-blown viral sensation. For years, Musk had been the guy who always had the last word, whether clapping back at critics or making bold statements about the future. But seeing him get humbled by someone as unexpected as Barron Trump? That was different. It was a reminder that no one is untouchable, not even a billionaire. And let's be real, people love to see powerful figures taken down a notch. Musk has his share of fans, but he also has plenty of critics who were more than happy to watch him squirm. For those tired of his dominance in tech and social media, this moment felt like justice. Plus, there's something fascinating about Barron stepping out of the shadows. For years, he's been the quiet Trump, rarely making public waves. But in one swift move, he became the kid who made Elon Musk look human. People couldn't get enough of that unexpected power shift. And let's not forget the humor, this wasn't just a serious takedown. It had comedy written all over it. The contrast between Musk's usual cool demeanor and his flustered response was too good to ignore. Memes poured in, comparing Musk's reaction to everything from a student getting corrected by a teacher to a king losing his crown. For the internet, this moment wasn't just funny, it was iconic. But the biggest twist was that Barron's public image completely changed. Until now, most people saw him as a quiet, reserved teenager, the Trump kid who stayed out of the spotlight. But this moment shattered that image. Suddenly, Barron was being described as sharp, witty, and fearless. People started wondering if there's more to him than anyone realized. Fans even started rebranding his persona online. Some called him Barron the Brain, while others joked that he might be the only person who could outthink Musk without breaking a sweat. The shift was undeniable. Suddenly, Barron wasn't just the quiet Trump, he was the kid who stood up to one of the most powerful men in the world, and won. And while Barron stayed silent after the event, his actions spoke loud enough. Without saying another word, he left people wondering, is he about to step into a bigger spotlight? And if he does, who's next on his list? For a man who's used to being the smartest in the room, Musk's reaction said it all, but how did this even happen? When a moment like this explodes, people expect a reaction, and Elon Musk usually isn't one to stay quiet. But this time, things were different. In the hours after the incident, the internet was on fire, and all eyes were on Musk's Twitter/X account. People waited for one of his famous, snarky replies. But instead of a witty comeback, there was silence, and that silence spoke volumes. When Musk finally did address the situation, his tone was off. He tried to play it cool, brushing it off as an amusing exchange in a vague post. But the damage was already done. Fans weren't buying it. They flooded the replies with memes of Barron's epic moment, and Musk's attempt to regain control only made things worse. And when Musk added a follow-up tweet, something about kids these days, it backfired completely. People took it as a passive-aggressive swipe at Barron, proving that the moment had gotten under his skin. For a man known for having a sharp tongue and a quick mind, this response was weak, and everyone noticed. This wasn't the first time Musk's ego took a hit in public.